Hi guys, Jumpin' Jewel Bean here. Have I got a story for you? So, as you all know, we're downstate Pennsylvania, and I was over at my friend George's house the other day, and um, as everybody knows, I suffer from severe anxiety. Like crowds, or the very idea of crowds, can put me in a pure, full-blown panic attack. I'm getting better, but I still do not like big crowds. So we were sitting there talking, and I said, you know what? I haven't been to Roots in years. I used to love going there. And I said, it's been well over 30 years since I've been there. And I would love to go to Roots on Tuesday. So George is like, oh, me too. I go there all the time. I love it. We'll go on Tuesday. So I get back to Jackie's place, and I said to her and Rose, pertaining to Rose, I said, hey guys, we're all going to go to Ritz on Tuesday. And they're like, oh, okay. So we get it all planned out, and I'm all excited, and I'm like, yeah, we're going to Ritz. This is going to be so much fun. And the whole time I'm like, this is great. I'm a great planner of things. So we got there, and I go to get out of the van, and I realized that this parking lot is full. I don't mean kind of full. I mean, it's packed. And I'm like, oh, did I forget that I don't like people? I don't like crowds. The very thought of it makes me nauseous. I'm like, now how am I going to tell everybody that, yeah, this whole thing was my idea, but I can't go in here. Not for love or money. I can't go in here. So I'm like inside, just like my insides are like, ooh, now what? So I thought, I'm gonna try it. Now I have not been in a crowd this big of people in maybe 5 years, maybe a little longer. It's only been the last few years that I've started even going to like grocery stores. And there's been numerous times when I've pulled into the grocery store, looked at the parking lot, and went, there ain't nothing in there I need that badly. And I've turned around and left. But I thought, all right, I gotta pull out the old Jewel. I'm down here in my old stomping grounds, and let's see if the old Jewel can come out, at least to go into Roots and do a little bit. I thought, well, I'm not gonna put upon myself that I'm gonna walk the whole way around Roots, but I'm going to tell myself that I'm going into Roots, and I'm at least gonna do a little bit. So I did. I walked into Roots. I haven't said anything to anybody about the fact that I am fixing to have a nervous breakdown. So I said, we went about our business, and we're looking at everything because they have so much, and they have so much food and candy and cookies and cakes, and there's 5 of us, and we're kind of staying in a pack, and that's great. Because then I'm not having other people like bumping into me and brushing up against me, and I'm not feeling like other people are closing in on me, and all these things that are triggers for me are not happening to me. So I stopped. I stopped to look at this. We're at a bakery counter, and I stopped to look at this bread and cupcakes and stuff, and I found something that I really thought, wow, oh my gosh, look at that. And I turned around to grab a hold of Rose's arm and say, hey, check this out. And I realized Rose isn't wearing a leather coat. And I start looking up. Rose is much shorter than I am. So when my head got to about here, I let go of the coat and I was like, and I quickly looked over that way. Well, then I seen that Rose and them were standing over there. So I went over there, and when I looked back, here was this huge biker gentleman, and I'm dying of embarrassment. Not only am I embarrassed, I'm mortified because it was a stranger I had a hold of. So all my anxiety and stuff is like going, freaking me out. And I'm like, okay, I can't stay in here. I gotta go. But I got over to Rose and them. They could tell by the look on my face that something traumatic had happened. But between all of them, we just held a conversation, which took my mind off what had happened, even though I was telling them what had happened. So I got over it, which was a huge step for me. It was you never know what is going to get you that big step you need to help yourself get past milestones in your mental health. So this was a huge step for me. So I wound up being able to walk the whole way through Roots, which is enormous for me. I was even able to stop and buy a few things, and I mean, it doesn't sound like a lot to most people. For me, it was huge. So by the time we get out to the van, we can laugh about this fact. And so I looked at George and said, oh, there I go again, up to my old tricks. Let's just grab a big biker to take a hold of. And so we all got a big laugh out of it then, because back in the day, I would have just turned around and said, oh, sorry about that, and it would have just been, him and I would have had a laugh about it. I thought you were my cousin. Yes, she's only this big. Oh, and it would have just been a joke. So I wound up being a huge joke with us, with us girls. And it was a major breakthrough. But I'm going to tell you, at the time, it was not a breakthrough, I didn't think. I was mortified because here I just grabbed a hold of this big biker's arm. And it wasn't until I start looking up and up, and I never did get to the top. I mean, I bet he was almost 7 foot tall. Because I'm not short. I mean, I'm 5'8". And I was looking up, and he was at least 6'7", at least. And I was like, oh Lord, how embarrassing! I can't even be taken anywhere because I embarrass myself all the time. Okay, I just thought that you guys would get a chuckle out of that too. I want to thank you for listening to me, following me. You have a wonderful day now, and we all have our issues. And you just got to keep trying to get over them. Rome was not built in a day, and your mental health will not be fixed in a day. Thank you. Have a great day now. Bye.